boys and girls. How are you guys? I hope everyone's doing okay and staying safe. So I heard a lot of you guys really enjoyed the first video that I made. So Missy was going to be doing a couple of other videos for you guys. Sometimes they're going to be stories, sometimes they're going to be activities that you guys can do at home, and then today we're going to actually do a large group. It's been a really long time since we've had a large group activity, and I thought it would be nice that we do kind of like a little large group meeting together. Okay, so before we left, we were learning about sand, and I put some stuff together so we can keep talking about sand for the next couple of videos, okay? So, welcome to my large group corner, and the first picture that you guys see is of sand, okay? So what I want to do first is we always start off with some kind of activity for a large group, and I want to go over syllables with you guys. So remember, when we do syllables, we can clap our hands or we can use our fingers to see how many sounds are in a word. All right, so for sand, we are going to, you guys can clap with me or you guys can use your fingers, okay? So remember, it's how many sounds are in a word. Ready? Okay, go. Sand. So how many times did Missy Beth clap? One time, right? So if you had a hard time with that one, you can just use your fingers as well. Sand. Okay, so sand has how many syllables? One syllable. Okay, great. So now this next picture is of a beach, which Missy Beth wish she was on a beach right now. Okay, and where do we find sand? At the beach. So let's try clapping out the word beach. Ready? Go. Beach. How many syllables did that word have? Is it one or two? How many times did we clap? We clapped one time, okay? All right, great. So this is something you guys can do at home. You can pick some toys that you have, and I want you to just name it and clap out the words, okay? Remember, if you have a hard time, you can use your fingers, okay? Great. So today, boys and girls, I'm going to show you a picture of something. And I know you guys seen this before. We have it in our classroom. Okay. What do you guys think this picture is? Okay. This is called a hourglass. All right. An hourglass is pretty much a timer. It's a sand timer, and it's sometimes made of plastic or glass, and there's sand inside of it. So this one looks a little bit like the ones that we have at school, but it's a different color. You see inside here is the sand. The sand is blue, okay? And right on top, there's a little number. This one has number 5. So that tells you how long is inside, how long the time is for that's being used in the sand, okay? So if it had a 1, it would be 1 minute. This one has a 5, so it's 5 minutes. So how do we use sand timers, right? The hourglass. In our class, sometimes, you know, we might say if you need to take turns, we might get a sand timer or the timer. Missy Beth might put it on her phone. And when the timer's up, then you guys can exchange toys and share, okay? So that's one way we can use an hourglass. Some people call it a sand timer. Some people call it an hourglass, but for today, we're just gonna call it an hourglass, okay? So I wanna show you guys. So this is one that's made of plastic, so this is kid friendly, okay? And then this one is made of glass. So here's the glass. This one's made of wood here. There's wood holding it, and the sand is wet, okay? So those are 2 different hourglasses. This one does not have a number written on it. Okay, so I want to show you guys 2 videos, okay? The first video is, let's see. Okay, so this is someone who's You can see how someone had turned the timer, and you see how the sand is falling down. Okay, so once you turn it, remember the sand comes all the way down. Once the sand has finished falling, then the timer is up. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to see that one really quick. And then the second video I want to show you guys is someone actually turning the timer. Actually, this one is actually showing you the different times. So I'm actually going to go back to my picture real quick that I was showing you guys. Okay, so remember I told you guys that there's different sand timers and they have different times. So here's a picture of what that looks like, okay? These are made of glass and they have different colored sand in them. Okay, you see you have white, you have blue, you have green, purple, orange, and red, okay? So each one has the number. This one's for 1 minute, this one's for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and 30 minutes. The most an hourglass can hold is an hour, okay? Which is 60 minutes, okay? So I have a video so you can see how this actually works. So if it's 1 minute, if there's one running for 1 minute and one running for 3 minutes, which one do you think is going to finish faster? The 1 minute or the 3 minute one? We're going to see, okay? Are you ready? So let's start this all over again. And I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see it. Perfect. Okay. So the blue sand is the 1 minute and the purple sand is the 3 minute. Okay. And you can already tell by looking at the sand here that the 1 minute is actually already winning. So you see how the sand is falling? Okay. So that's pretty much what it looks like when we use a sand timer. Okay, and like I said before, they're made of plastic, they're made of glass, and you can use different types of sand. Okay? Alright. So, what are some things that we can use the sand timer for? So some things that we can use the sand timer for, one example I gave you guys is when we want to take turns. If a friend has a toy and we would like to use that toy, remember we always ask nicely, and you can ask your friend if you can use it. If friend says yes, but I'm not done with it yet, you can always suggest a timer, the hourglass, okay? And you can just turn it, and when the timer is up, or the hourglass and the sand is up, it's your turn to switch, okay? That's one way. Another way is when we play board games or any kind of other game. If you're waiting for a turn, or if you guys are trying to guess what someone's pretending to be, you can use a timer. So once the timer is up, the the hourglass is up in the sand, that's it. You know, it's someone else's turn, okay? So those are some other ways that we use sand timers. Okay, so before I end our large group meeting, I want to give you a fun fact. So how long ago do you guys think the hourglass was made? I'm going to tell you exactly how long ago. It was 700 years ago. A man in France made the sand timer, or should I say the hourglass. I'm sorry, I keep calling it a sand timer. He made an hourglass 700 years ago. That's a really, 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 really long time ago, okay? So I thought that was a pretty interesting and fun fact. So I have one more picture, and these are of timers. And just to give you an idea, these are timers that you might see us use in the classroom, and that's pretty much sort of the same thing like this hourglass, okay? The only difference is there's no sand, okay? And we can always change the times. So we can add how many minutes, whereas this hourglass, it's always either a 3-minute one, a 5-minute one, or an hour, okay? All right, boys and girls, so I hope you enjoyed Miss Yvette's large group. I will try to do a couple more for you guys, and in the meantime, maybe you guys can try drawing your own hourglass and try and see how it comes out, okay? I hope you guys are doing good. I want you to stay safe, and hopefully I can see you guys, pictures of you guys, videos of you guys. Let mommy and daddy know. Feel free to send it to me through Class Dojo. All right, guys? Stay safe. Bye, guys.